Welcome. Today we want to talk about how to network with fellow college alums that you've never met
Yes. Many of us have been out of college for
for a
a
long
long
time.
time. Yeah, a
But
long
does it
time.
really matter? This is
No.
one potential networking opportunity that really transcends age.
It was funny. Brian and I had gone away and we ran into this couple
Mhm.
at the hotel that we were staying
Yeah.
at. And when we realized that we both had gone to the same college, it was as if we were
I
lifelong
know.
friends.
Even though you were 20 years
We
older.
were talking about all the places and
I love that.
spaces. So it really is a friendly
Absolutely.
place potentially for
Yeah.
you to be connecting with when it comes to
Yeah.
networking.
So we generally recommend that you kind of network in concentric circles. Like you start with your friends and family, the people you know best, and then you kind of go out from there. And when we're sticking with that advice, because you want to get to the point where you're confident and polished,
Right.
but we want you, once you've got that comfort level, to go beyond that. Because even though most people assume
Right.
that the most fruitful and impactful networking connections are with the people you know best,
Right.
we know from our experience with thousands of students coming through our
Right.
programs, it's usually not that person.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a path
Mm-hmm.
that you can take, starting with that smaller
Yeah.
circle, but ultimately is somebody that you don't even know.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
it could be somebody from your former college or
Exactly.
university. So in our program, we teach this specific LinkedIn strategy,
Mhm.
and we're going to walk you through it here today for networking with fellow alums.
Right.
And this is where LinkedIn is
It's
such an
fantastic.
awesome tool.
Yeah.
Because it really sets you up for success for
Mhm.
finding
Mhm.
a path to
Mhm.
these people and a meaningful
And
path.
it's a warm audience. So generally speaking, people, if they've had a decent college experience, are really comfortable connecting with other people. It's just a great way to connect. So tactically, how do you do it?
Right.
Well, you're going to use LinkedIn and go to your university or college page. And this could be undergrad or grad or both.
Right.
You're not going to go to the alumni page.
No,
though.
you're going to the university.
The
page or
alumni,
the
right?
college page.
Because the alumni page is an opt-in,
Yes.
whereas the university page will show everyone who's attended that university in an undergrad or graduate status that is on LinkedIn. Right. So it could be hundreds of thousands of alum.
Yeah.
Then when you get onto the page, right below kind of the nameplate, you're going to click on alumni, and it's going to show you. If you went to University of Michigan, there could be 500,000 alums on LinkedIn. But what you're going to do then is use some filters to drill it down. So think about, if you're networking, you at least know either what kind of work you want to do, what role you want.
You know the geographical location.
Right. Assuming yes. And you also sometimes will know where you want to work. As long as you know one of those three things, two of those three things, you're ready to do this. So you'll go in and you can filter it down by location.
Yep.
So we could do like Connecticut or Greater New England. You could drill it down by role.
Yep.
So in our case, it might be learning and development. You can narrow it down by company.
Company name.
So by a company name. So
we do that a lot.
We do. So drilling it down so you can get a manageable number of people that you can actually look at. And so then once you come up with, say, 30 names or something, you probably don't want much more than that.
Right.
You can look at each one of them and say, okay, like, do we have any shared connections? Because if you do, then that's another line of connectivity.
Conversation.
Did we study the same subject? Did we belong to the same sorority or fraternity? Did we play the same sport?
Right.
Looking for those kinds of things so that there may be more than one level of connection. And then after you review a few, pick a few to connect with. Right. And think about or go into it with the confidence that overlap is going to be really important, because that's going to make it likely that they're going to connect with you. And we have found that, again, anecdotally, about 90%, 80% of those connection requests to the fellow alum are accepted. And the key here, though, is to make sure they're active on LinkedIn.
Right.
So you can find that out by looking how many connections do they have.
Right.
That's one way. And then also, like,
when's the last time they posted?
Exactly. Did they comment on something? If they might have 350 connections, not a good sign, but they may even have 500 plus, but they haven't posted in 2 years.
Or if they have like half a picture.
Right.
Background.
So that just sets you up for making the assumption as to whether or not they'll even read your invitation.
Well, you're doing a sort so that you can keep this manageable, between that 5 or 10 sweet spot.
Yeah. So you can really dive in.
Yeah. And then, so you're going to connect with those fellow alums that are maybe at an organization or they are in a role, whatever it is. You're gonna now reach out to them. So we're gonna walk you through how to. Actually
it's interesting. So I know we have other recordings of us teaching our connect, message, meet strategy. So look this up, and I'm going to give you the high level. First of all, you want to avoid the temptation of asking for everything up front.
Yeah. No.
So when you're making connection requests,
you're connecting, right?
That's it. And that's all you're doing.
Right.
So something as simple as, Kelley, I see we both went to XYZ University and majored in, ABC or whatever. And we both know, Janie, whatever. Let's connect. Keep it really simple. Again, if they're engaged on LinkedIn and they had a reasonably good experience at the university, there's a really good chance they're going to connect with you, right? Yes. Then once they accept the invitation, this is when you start kind of going in.
Right. We're warming them up.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So this is where you're going to thank them and then ask to meet with them. Right. But give them a reason. Maybe they work in the department that you want, but maybe they don't. And that doesn't matter that they can't, doesn't mean they can't connect you with someone who does. Or maybe they work in the role that you want, but maybe they don't work in the company that you want. But that's okay, because maybe they're introducing you to a company you've never heard of. We've seen that happen 100 times. Maybe you're reaching out to them because you've already applied to a job and you want to meet with them to convince them that they should be recommending you for that job. And in any case, anyone you're able to meet with knows more people outside of their organization as well. So you're keeping it open when you meet with them, because if you can get that connection and they either work where you want or doing what you want, they can help you get the job.
And the meet could be virtual.
Oh, totally. Yes. Yeah. Probably.
Oftentimes.
Yeah. Almost always. Yeah.
Post-COVID for sure.
Yeah.
But when you are meeting with them, you really want to stick to the goal of about 15 minutes. You want to be respectful of their time. You want to ask really good questions about their workplace, about their role. So you want to take some time to really think about those things and ask, as Susan outlined, what is your ask? But really think about what that ask is and be intentional about what it is they're asking.
And specifically prepare the questions and make them feel positive about you.
Yeah.
Positive about your potential, and then leave the door open so you can talk to them later, because you may not quite figure out yet how they're going to play out in your job search.
Absolutely.
Or you may be able to go back to them with another ask. But at the end of the day, even though your personal network is really powerful, it's that network you don't know yet that's much more likely to get you in the door somewhere.
Yes. And it could be from the university or college that you attended to 30 years ago. Yeah. If you liked what you heard today, you can like and subscribe. And if you want to learn more about us and our programming, you can visit us at www.preparetolaunchu.com. Thanks.